Yeah, when you mentioned the ML toolkit is rapidly expanding, you touched on my next question, which is your view on the state of data science, machine learning today. Um, are you finding technologies that feel mature enough? How much room there is for them to evolve and handle the needs of businesses?
Yeah, I think we there are mature technologies, and there are many that are in the process of maturing that are, I think, have high potential. If you look at Cohere's APIs, for example, or Open.ai's APIs, there's some exciting indications of the future of natural language of generative models and natural language generation more broadly. I think that the takeaway for me, the most important point for me, is that every company will be an ML company in the next 10 years. Like the idea of there being ML companies today is it really a temporary banner or label that we're putting on businesses, in the same way that being a web company or a digital company was temporary. Every company is a software company or web company today. And if you're not, like, you're not really a successful company if you don't have a digital presence. And if digital isn't a core part of what you do, you're probably not succeeding. So for in most industries, let's say, I don't want to make it too blanket of a statement. So I think the idea that ML is a specialized skill set and there's a handful of ML companies that provide this technology is something that will melt away pretty quickly. And what we'll be left with is a recognition that ML is an inherent part of all business. And for that reason, it needs to be, I think, all the more reason that it's viewed through the lens of how does this technology solve the problems better than the current tools I'm using to solve those problems.
But it's important to decide what's the problem you're trying to solve. You're not trying to solve technical problems, you're trying to solve business and customer problems.
That's exactly right. And that's where I think it's very dangerous if there's any folks in the room who have, departments in their company that are labs or R&D arms, or, they have an AI project or something. I think there's a tendency to focus too much on the tool and not enough on the problem in those environments. That's the downside to them. And so it's important that again, the increasing number of ML tools that are at our disposal are also considered alongside other tools that are not ML in nature, and the percentage of them that will be ML tools that we all either invent ourselves in our case or deploy from elsewhere, will grow over time. That's what it means to become. That's what I mean by every company will be an ML company, but that's not that shouldn't be a new process or a new organization entirely that is making that decision. In my opinion, I think that's a mistake.